What's going on today, guys? As you can see, I'm looking a little better than I usually do in my videos. That's because I'm about to show you how to make 10 US dollars in Thailand. Okay, basically I do some tutoring on the side because, you know, jobs as they are, you can make more money on the side, honestly, if you're looking to do that. Not easy though. Not easy to just drop into Thailand and start making money on the side. Takes a few more thoughts than that. Anyways, this is a tutoring project that I just got back from working on with one of my students. She's a 9-year-old girl, so to give you an idea what kind of grade level we're working with. We're teaching percentages. So, I had everything figured out. I was going to class, so I was going to start working out of the textbook, but she's a little high energy and she kind of wants it done differently sometimes. And this is Thailand, so I've got to tell you, it is completely different than teaching in the West. So bear with me about this being my lesson plan. Alright, so basically, print off a bunch of these. These are just your normal 10 by 10 grids. You know, that's 100%, that's 50%, so on and so forth. And what I did is, this is an example that I drew for I know my drawing is super amazing. I said, give me 67%. Fill this space with 67%, and as long as something's in the space, see how this doesn't fill the whole space, that counts as a percent. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12%. 12% of the space is filled, 4% of the space is filled, 4% of the space is filled with lying down dog, clock is 1%, etc., etc. So, I asked her to break it down on the side and give me the percentages, and I showed her how the percentages correlated to the decimals. I asked her to do the decimals, but she was really too excited to be drawing, so she forgot to do the decimals on hers when I show you the example. Okay, so I said, mountains. I need you to occupy 32% of this space. And then I put this in here because I quizzed her. I'm like, is that important? Is that something that needs to be there? And she immediately went, no. Because it's 0. You don't have to put 0, even if it is a decimal or so on and so forth, because 32%. Okay, so she made me some mountains, and believe it or not, this is kind of like what the mountains look like here. And then she made a river. She didn't count these parts because she only needed to fill 6 boxes, so she just kind of said that was the river. Alright, so that's 32%, and we went up with percentages just because I wanted her to get an idea of, you know, less and more. So, this is 36%, and as you can see, she made a tree, a cat, a ball, and she was really clever. She would use 2 boxes for a ball instead of just 1, even though it could fit in 1. Very clever girl. So here you see 36%, and this was the first one. We started, well, one of the first ones, as you can see over here. She really wasn't getting it because, like, the having to write down, but I kept reinforcing it over the hour, and it didn't work. So we stressed it a little more later. As you can see, we really started doing it. But this is a tree, a very fun tree. I think it's an Alice in Wonderland tree with a little dog hanging from a vine. Because vines grow in trees here. Believe it or not, it is jungle-like here. So this is 43%. And yeah, she's 9, so I asked her to start filling it in, you know, to go that route with the drawing, but that kind of went back to our original plan of just drawing. So that's about 40 minutes through the process. Now we got 59%, and she wants to be a designer, so that's another reason why I thought this would be a really good way to learn percentages. So she wants to be a clothing designer, so this is her and her dog with lots of food, and a teddy bear chew toy with a computer, a window, a TV, a design desk, clothing rack, rolls of cloth, and a blanket for a camera. Not sure about that one. But that's 59%, and as you can see, just have them go down the side and what percent. She wasn't putting the percent anymore, but that was the subject of the lesson, so she knew what she was talking about in that regard. And here we have 89%. So, you can see the project can progress quite well when you're doing this process with a student tutoring. I wouldn't advise trying to do this with a whole class unless you are a genius. I don't know how you could handle 20 kids doing this and keep them all in line. But yeah, this is a flower stand with kids, you know, loving up the peace sign with some trees and something in the trees. Birds, fish with fish food. For some reason, she felt compelled to put hospital supplies here on the edge of the water, but we won't question why there. And then, of course, 4 more spots, 4% more with flowers. And that's about that. So, all you need, print off a bunch of these, follow those steps, and be somewhat competent, and you can make $10 an hour in Thailand. So, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. If you like it, subscribe. I'm making tons of videos all the time about tons of stuff. So, take care. Have a good day. See you later.